You know, I run around and talk to cosplayers. I don't usually talk to photographers. I'm going to talk to photographers now.
Yes,
So,
you're a horrible person.
Huh? I'm a horrible person?
Yeah.
I'm very horrible. So I'm going to start bugging you questions like, if somebody wanted to take pictures of cosplayers, how do they do it? Is there like regulations or advice or anything?
You know what? There aren't. It just depends on the convention. First, you have to, of course, you have to see the rules of the convention, see what you can bring.
Yeah.
You have to adhere to that first. You can't bring all your equipment down, of course. So every photographer they have their own like
way
technique.
Yeah. Okay.
And
okay.
their own equipment that they bring. So I guess it depends on that also.
Okay.
I usually bring my off-camera flash with an umbrella, and this Tupperware thing that I make.
Oh wait, I talked to you about this Tupperware thing before, didn't I?
Maybe.
I think I talked about it because I remember seeing a Tupperware creation. I think it was you. Was Kamikaze? Were you Kamikaze?
No, I was not. Kamikaze.
Was it? I can't remember. Conventions run together in my head.
PMX.
Was it PMX?
And it was
you
a
talked?
paper plate.
Oh, that's right. I remember you now. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember paper plates more than this guy's face, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So if you want me to remember you, bring paper plates. That's kind of funny, dude. So you extended up to Tupperware.
I upgraded to Tupperware now.
How's that work out?
It works out okay. You can get the full ring in the eye now instead of just like half of one.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna steal your idea
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
But before, I was just getting that moon shape, but now I get like the full ring.
The whole thing.
So, but it's not all the way in the iris; it's off to the side. So I'm still working.
No, that's okay. It's off to the side. I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad, but I don't know. I'm not satisfied with it yet.
You know, you can go to Photoshop and slowly move
Just
that far
move it over.
over. Of course, you got to do all the pictures.
Yeah, you got to do it to every one, and that's time consuming.
Now, the one thing I noticed, this is day 3 now. Actually, I'm going to do it this way because I know it lights that way. It's day 3 now. And one thing I noticed about this year is there's way more photographers. Like
way more, yes.
And it's starting to remind me of AX, like that area in front.
Yeah, that I call it the Shark's Den.
The Shark's Den? Okay, I call it the lobby, but okay, the Shark's Den actually sounds better than that. But it's like I was almost tripping over people yesterday running around, and I don't have any heavy duty gear like you see me. I have my phone.
You know what? Surprisingly, people bring a lot of stuff with them. Like I saw a guy with some alien bees.
Yeah, I saw that guy too.
Yeah. Wow, man.
Did it have the generator?
Yeah.
Yeah. At night, I was like, what?
Yeah.
And there's like 3 Steadicam people running around.
Yeah. You know what? I think that's being overdone. Honestly, like in my opinion, the Steadicam thing is just like
people like it.
People like it, but
maybe they're new at it and they're just using this as a small convention. Try it out before I go to like AX
maybe
or something.
Sure.
I'm okay.
It's growing though.
It's growing.
There was a few in the beginning, or there was one in the beginning, and then everyone's kind of like copied that one person. So.
You knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, of course. I mean, every good idea always gets copied.
Yeah, exactly. So, does it really seem right? I don't even know. This is the first time I actually do like this way. But so do you think you have as many shots as you usually do from the film?
I didn't just because there were so many photographers. And all the lighting and just.
I'll let you hold on to it. Hey, I need my own assistant to carry stuff. See, this works out so much better, Okay, now how do I pack an assistant in a suitcase and carry them, across the country?
That's the tricky part.
That's the tricky
They
part.
have to have foldable legs, double jointed.
Get a ballpoint doll. Well, yeah, the doll won't be able to do anything, But oh, I know. Get a tripod and stick it out here like this. And I just talk like this. I don't think that's going to work too well either.
You could try something out. Have you seen that guy that has an umbrella hooked up to like a backpack rack, and the umbrella's just like sticking out, and he's just walking around with it?
Here?
No, not here.
I've seen it at other conventions, and at DragonCon, this guy actually had 2 set up. He had a big backpack, and he went up there and had 2. Yeah, he was like a walking studio. So I really swear, there's way more photographers. Like I've never seen photographers in '08 when I started, but I think there's way more now.
Yeah, there's way more now. A lot of people are thinking outside the box. Here comes my photo shoot for the morning.
Oh, okay. She looks familiar, but I can't remember anybody. So.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
Good. Is this where you want to take photos?
No, we're just.
No, I'm going to take this thing now from her, and I'm going to leave you guys because I'm going to go run around.
Okay, cool.
So.
Have a good time, man.
Maybe I'll tag along. Can I tag along? And
Yeah,
do you mind if I tag along?
No.
Okay. Oh, hi. I'm Ejan.
I'm Liz.
Did we meet before? I can't remember.
I think so.
Oh, okay.
And this is my husband, Josh.
Hi, Josh.
I don't think I've met him. He's holding all my stuff for me.
You're basically the assistant.
Yeah, I'm an assistant today.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure,
I
as many
need
as we
all
can
How
get.
come? How come you're not cosplaying?
I was the other day.
Ah.
Since she needs so much help, it would be a bad idea.
Okay. Oh, the reason why I'm recording this stuff is because I go around country and I make videos at a lot of conventions I go to. So I'm here in LA, so that's basically why.
Cosplay in America.
Ah, nifty.
Yeah. Yeah. You know. Yeah. It's what I do. I don't know. Okay. I'm stalking cosplay photographers now. I decided to
that's
give up on
fun.
cosplayers now. Photographers are more interesting because they carry all this gear around and they're like.
No, I know. If I wasn't cosplaying, that's exactly what I'd be doing.
Oh, so I should now ask, back to video, questions like how do you find cosplay photographers? Or do they find you?
I think usually they find you, and then if you like their work, then you can continue to stalk them online and see what else they've done. And
Was this done, say, scheduled ahead of time? I mean let me
Yeah.
rephrase it. Was it scheduled before the con or was it
Yes,
scheduled at a con?
was, because Nelson got a couple photos of my Walmart Antifa costume at Anime Expo.
Oh, okay.
And they were so beautiful, and they were just like kind of snapshots, almost like, you know, not planned in advance, but they were fantastic.
Oh, you can
So
go through those doors. There's
Then I
another
knew I
garage that
wanted
way
more
if you want to go that way.
Actually, I wanted to shoot right here. There's gonna be people coming in,
Okay.
but
Yeah, I think we're early enough that we can.
yeah.
Oh, I guess I lied. I lied. Okay.
Better because this is the
Yes.
first time I've worn this.
Okay.
This morning, the first time I kind of put it all on, so
Okay.
I have no idea
Alright, cool.
what I'm doing.
Yeah, we're gonna go. We're gonna
Mine
focus
will-
on posing because
Okay.
the backgrounds are like super limited. So
Okay. And I don't have to have the syringe in every photo, of course.
Yeah.
But it is kind of cool because there's glitter in there.
How is that made?
It's super ghetto. These are yogurt cups on the bottom, and then like foam floor mats, and then clear tubes, and then I printed the lettering on like transparency film,
Right.
and then just stuck it in there. So it's not glued together. Like I can take it apart at any time.
You know, it actually looks really well put together for what it
Thank
is.
you.
You
it's
know.
neat.
Plastic's
It's
a little.
clean.
It is, especially this part really gives it a bow because it looks very.
Yeah, I didn't want to paint the lettering
Oh,
on,
sorry.
so I printed it on clear film.
Oh, okay.
So in here, right?
Yeah. So you're gonna just like stand right. What about? Okay. See, I was gonna do the pose, the one that you showed me with the painting, because she had like the syringe and cat. So let's get that one out of the way.
Yeah, okay. I kind of don't really know how to do it because I didn't bring the reference. She's turned somehow, and then like her syringe is going the other way.
Take one step forward.
Okay, so I think a note would be bring reference photos with you if you want to have reference.
Okay.
See, I'm making the educational video now.
Okay, all three. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Do me a favor. Touch your head back a little bit. That one.
It didn't flash.
Oh, this stupid thing.
I hate it.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
I'm going to call you prop master now.
Master, yeah.
You know, this is a prop master.
All right. So you're gonna give me a pose of this.
You want to demonstrate?
Yes, I do.
Ooh, demonstration. Let's watch the photographer demonstrate.
Okay. Foot towards me. Take notes.
I'm taking notes here. I'm taking notes.
And then you're gonna shift your hips, which means
Okay.
you're gonna put your weight
Yeah.
on one of your
Okay.
hips. Okay. And then you're gonna make sure you always rotate your body.
Okay.
And then you're gonna look right at me. Hand on the hip.
Okay.
Try to bend your wrist.
I can't. Yes. Okay.
And then you could hide this hand behind. Don't put your shoulder close to me.
Okay.
Make
put it
sure your
back.
shoulder's back. Okay.
I forgot. Weight on one of the hips.
Weight on that hip. And take one small step forward.
Turn to that.
Yeah, and point that foot towards me. This one right there. Okay.
Now I don't know where my weight is.
That's fine. A little bit more weight. The hips are going like that. Okay. And
Okay.
head pose. Okay.
I like project now, dude.
This is a really good idea.
Yeah, I just did this morning. I was like, wait, I don't have any
It's
poses.
so.
And then see how she's kind of like, she has her wrist bent right there and she's kind
Yeah.
of drawing attention to that area. I don't know about the hand in the back, but you can do it. You can move it, you know,
Okay.
but hand in the back, not a fan. Not a fan of hand.
Not a fan?
Some crappy cell phone picture of it. It looks like nothing. And then on the same hand, you could have kind of a really crappy costume, but then if you have a fantastic photo, that photo can make you become the character's So I think photography is more important than what I do.
I think it goes hand in hand. They go hand in hand.
Because they
Yeah.
go hand in hand. You can't have what you're saying is like
Yeah.
absolutely true.
So were there other photographers you met at AX last year that you got cards from besides him?
Yeah, there were a couple, but none of the, I mean, he had it down because he had like a setup outside with this really cool background, which probably wasn't even that cool, but somehow he made it look really, really neat.
Aww, making everything look neat, dude.
So like pulling people out of there and saying, can I get your photo out here? It was just genius. Because all the other photos I got, the cards I got, were people who just took snapshots, crowded, up close.
Oh, so they're like
so
hall
you have
cos-
like a huge head and like tiny little, like, you know what I mean?
So those are basically like hall shots. Like they're just like random like
Yeah.
snap.
Yeah.
And he's doing more like let's go and do not like I guess this would be more like a private photo shoot.
It was just, it was like
It was
3
real
or
quick,
4
like 5
photos.
minutes.
Yeah,
it
it was
like
really
super
fast.
Oh, okay, well let's just follow you guys along and see where you guys go next. Sure, because he's busy doing that stuff. So you came from out of town. So how do you see the difference between cosplay conventions here and back home?
As I was telling Nelson, I think there's better costumes here, better photographers, more of a community, more people who are happy to talk to each other about their costumes. In my state, I feel like there's kind of a lot of drama and petty stuff, and I don't know. I've been cosplaying since, I think 2004. Somewhere, 2004,
How did you discover cosplay back then?
I actually discovered it from Yaya Han. I was like the biggest nerd ever fan of Final Fantasy when I was in high school. And I went to various forums like for fan art and stuff, and someone posted a photo and of Yaya as Lulu from Final Fantasy X, and that was it. I had no idea people dressed up. I had no idea people could like make things, do makeup, just become a character, and so I was just sold from then on. So.
Wow. Now,
So-
but you started back then, so I think it really started taking off around 2007-ish. How do you feel like cosplay or the whole convention thing has changed? Are you ready?
It's changed.
Okay. When you're ready,
It's
just let me know.
changed a lot, honestly. I've been going to conventions since the first Arizona Con, which isn't saying much. I think that was 2004 or 5.
Is that still in existence?
So, no, it's not. They
Oh.
had too much conflict, and yeah, it was Arizona, and now it's gone on to various things. And it's changed a lot since then. I think people were a lot closer because the community was a little smaller. It was so much harder to find wigs, to get costume supplies, anything. And so now it's just grown so much. Like, you can buy a really amazing wig off eBay for a good price and not have to dye it yourself. So it's gotten easier, which is, I think, really good, because then more people have been able to join in. So, but at the same time, there's so many people that we're all a little more distant. And to kind of get that community again, I think you really have to try to reach out to people. Like, it's not, it used to just be, oh my gosh, we're all fans, this is such a rare thing, and now there's, you know, millions of people that are fans, so it's just a little different, the community, I think.
Don't aim it up, aim it like right after. Just pretend there's like rays coming at you. And you're deflecting it, like Link.
So since both of you guys cosplay, who got who into cosplaying?
I got him into cosplay.
That's the usual.
Hands down.
Hands down.
But we came to fandom at the same time.
Yeah.
Like
And
I got more into
actually,
AMVs in video, and she got into
Yeah.
cosplay.
we went to our first anime con, the first anime con in Arizona together, and
Really?
at that point we had only played video games.
Uh-huh.
I didn't even know what anime was, except for a different thing people dressed up in than video games. So we went to this con because Yoshitaka Amano was going, the big famous character or concept artist from the Final Fantasy series, and so we were really excited about that. And when we got back from the con, we were like, well, I guess we need to watch some anime too, to see what this is all about. And so then we watched Evangelion, and that was the end of it.
That was the end of it. You got drawn in.
Then we were in for good for, well,
It's pretty strong first anime.
yeah, it is. And then, so watching that, then I decided I wanted to make my first cosplay, which was Asuka's plug suit. I loved Asuka so much. So I knew I wanted to make that as my first one, which was a little more
I would say at this point, I would ask your advice since you've been doing this for so long. A lot of advice that I hear from people is to say start smaller, don't try to do super large at a time.
Yeah.
And
I've
do you
always
have-
had this thing where I think if I give enough time to something, I can do it right. I feel like I can do anything, especially when I was younger. I felt like that, so I wasn't intimidated. But it's so much easier now to find materials. Back then, there was no such thing as like, or if there was, you couldn't find a metallic stretch, spandex stretch, leather. I mean, it was really, really hard to find. Vinyl with more than like a two-way stretch. So I made it out of spandex, which was a lot easier than like nowadays if someone was starting and wanted to make it out of something like this. I wouldn't make it out of this. No
How
way.
many outfits have you done over the course of that 8 years?
Yeah, 7 or 8 years. I've done not as many as a lot of people because I kind of took a
Slower approach?
year
Can you-
hiatus or something kind of. I don't know, maybe like 20 or something, 24? I think I counted once. I think only maybe 24.
You guys kind of give up now? Or you just like, oh, listen, you know. Oh, here's a better question. Do you still have the first one that you made?
No way. No. What happened to that?
I hear that a lot.
I think
A lot
it
of-
started just falling apart.
Yeah. And then I ended up like chopping off an arm because I made it into the end of Evangelion version.
Okay.
Where Asuka's all bandaged up, so I kind of like had a good send off for it.
That's kind of interesting because a lot of people do tell me they actually started like using parts of the other ones.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people actually don't keep. I'm kind of surprised that they don't keep the original one.
Yeah,
But it's
I know.
understandable. It is understandable.
And I made him Shinji plugsuit, and that one we sold. And I sold a couple of them, but and my parents, the only reason
I hope
they
you got-
can understand this is they think I'm selling these all for like $1 million.
Oh, okay.
So I, you know.
So how long have you been actually shooting cosplay?
Not that long, man. Since well, actually, I don't know.
You don't remember? Oh, you've been always
You know
shooting.
what? I started in 2007 with a point and shoot.
Yeah.
I fell in love with it after that.
And so you go to conventions all the time?
I only go to Los Angeles conventions or around Los Angeles, like
Right. So Kamikaze.
Yeah. yeah, PMX, Anime Expo, and Anime LA. And that's it.
That's it?
Actually, you know what? This is my first Anime LA.
Really?
What is it?
So how many conventions have you gone to? Like a few years, right? Last few years. So you probably go like 3 a year or something.
Yeah.
You know what? I just, like I'm telling you, I've done 2 PMXs so far. First Anime LA,
Right.
and then like Anime Expo since 07. So it's not that many.
Yeah, but you know what? Going to AX and shooting at AX is
It's
pretty much
it's
difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's we call
It's a
it
good trait.
physically demanding actually.
Yeah.
Because it's very like I remember when I saw you there that first year.
Oh, you saw me?
I saw you there the second time I went, and you had that's when you were shooting your book.
Yeah.
And you had a cart, and you didn't eat. I remember I asked you.
I didn't eat.
And how do you eat? Because you had like everything.
can't
just
go
sitting out
anywhere.
in the middle of the floor, you know? And you couldn't go eat. That was
Oh,
crazy.
wait. Actually, I moved up to eating Cliff Bars.
Oh, okay.
But usually I don't even go to the bathroom. Like I drink water.
Go to the bathroom.
That actually was the worst part is I couldn't go back. Well, maybe sometimes I find photographers who I talk to after a while, they were nice enough and I
Yes.
can understand, and I trust them enough to run off. But usually I'm by myself. I need to get an assistant like this, an assistant who can just give me air.
Yeah.
So what do you think is what is a good quality for a cosplay photographer, or what are good traits that they
I
should
think
have?
the best quality is to be easygoing. I've seen so many like photographers that are like, what do you call there's a term for them. They're like the God photographer or something like that. Like they know all, and nothing's good enough, or I think it's to be easygoing, to just be easygoing. I don't know.
Like that? Would you say same? I mean, would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
So,
yeah.
what makes a good cosplay photographer?
Um,
Besides, like knowing the lights and
Of
making
course,
sure,
that's a
that's
given,
kind of
yeah.
given.
yeah, and I think someone who is like
Oh, it's a movie. No, just kidding.
relaxed and not. I mean, sometimes you'll walk by photographers and they like don't even want to look at you because you're not like their friend or they don't know you. And I think to have an open mind and to maybe ask people for photos because you like their costume or you think it would make a really cool photo versus just,
Chasing after well-known ones.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's my experience. But yeah, I think being approachable is really important.
Being approachable is very
Yeah,
important.
and like being themselves, not, like trying to.
Can you give an example in the past from some photographer? You don't have to name names, but something they did that, turned you off, or it wasn't something that,
I think creepy photographers always are a really big turnoff when they like lay on the ground and like they're right there. They're not like laying on the ground back there, but they're like,
Yeah, I've seen that.
So you've done that a few times in the past? I'm kidding.
Of course,
I'm
huh?
kidding.
Yeah, really.
That's interesting. Creepy photographers is like one of the things I hear a lot when I talk to cosplayers, like creepy photographers.
Creepy, yeah, there's a lot of creepy. Huh?
As I think as a photographer, you should be able to like get on the ground and get in weird positions. But if you're comfortable with the cosplay, and if you're a normal person, and you know each other at least by name, you're not just like running up to someone, diving on the floor, snapping. I think sometimes people, when they don't ask for your photo, that's the worst thing. And even photographers, like with these epic cameras and lenses, like they won't even ask. They'll just kind of.
I've noticed that. So the right
But
protocol.
more and more, I think people are being a lot more friendly, so that's
Yeah.
good.
That's good.
I've always asked people, I didn't even know that happened. People just go up there and
Yeah.
I
It's
see
usually
that sometimes.
when you're
seen
working
that.
with someone else, someone will come up from a different
Oh
angle or
yeah,
something.
that
Yeah.
happens all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do, is there anyone here that you like?
There's some I think are really funny. Like that one's hilarious.
That one is hilarious.
Any of them really are fine. It's just like something like that. I don't think I can
No,
physically
that's
do.
not. Okay, let's do some standing ones first. You
Okay.
did that one already.
Okay.
Okay, let's do.
But yeah, I mean, I could most likely just thinking about more
On his iPad, he
other
actually has
things.
pictures of other from magazines or from the web, and so that way he could show the girl or the guy and show how like the pose is. And I think that's actually a really good idea because sometimes when you're in the middle of it, you can't think because you're in the middle of just shooting. So that's actually a very smart idea, especially with the iPad.
That's